Decimal division. First of all, shout out to Michelle Choi, who has asked me to be a potato today. Let's have a look at this. What is decimal division? 56.98 divided by 7 is 8.14 on my calculator, but how do we do this without the calculator? First of all, let's figure out what these numbers are so that we can refer to them by the correct names. So the number before the division sign, so 56.98, is called the dividend. It's the thing that gets divided, split up, chopped up into pieces. It's like the cake. How many pieces or how much does each person get? Or the number of cookies, that's the dividend, the thing that we're sharing. Divided by 7 is how many pieces we cut it into, so it's the divisor. And the answer is called the quotient. 8.14 is the quotient. So remember these three words, dividend, divisor, and quotient. So in this example, 6.45 is our dividend and 3 is our divisor. So we put the numbers like so, and then we can work it out. So we say 3 into 6. How many 3's fit into 6? That's 2, because 3 times 2 is 6. Then we go to the next number. We say how many 3's fit in 4? Well, only one 3 fits in 4, but we notice there's a decimal point, so we have to put the decimal point there as well, because we're talking about 0.4, we're not talking about a whole 4, so only 0.1 fits. Next, we say 3 times 1 is 3, so there's 1 left over from the 4, and we write that little 1 over there. Then we say 3 times what is 15? Well, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 3 times 5 is 15. And its remainder 0 because it fits perfectly. So our answer is 2.15. Let's do one more. 0.15 divided by 5. So 5 into 0 is 0. 5 into 1 doesn't fit. Still 0, and don't forget the decimal point. And then we have that 1 left over. So now we have 5 into 15 is 3. And 3 times 5 is 15. So there's no remainder. So our answer is 0.03. How do we divide decimals by numbers that are multiples of 10? Well, instead of dividing by 50, what we can do is divide it by 5 and then divide it by 10 later. So we can do divided by 5 separately. It's a lot easier. So let's do this. 5 divided by 0, again, we've done this. It's 0. 5 into 1 goes 0. Now we're left over with 1. 5 into 15 goes 3 times. So 0.15 divided by 5 is 0.03. Now don't forget to write divided by 10. And to divide by 10, we move the decimal point once this way. If you ever forget, try to do it the wrong way and you realize you're making the number bigger. When you divide by 10, it should get tinier. So we get 0.003. What about if I had 6.51 divided by 300? We can do 6.51 divided by 3 and then divided by 100 later on. So we have 3 into 6 goes twice, so we write 2. 2 times 3 is 6, remainder 0. Then we say how many 3's fit in 5? Well, only one 3 fits in 5, and don't forget the decimal point. So 1 times 3 is 3, so 5 take away that 3, there's 2 remainder. So we have to write that little 2. Then we say how many 3's fit in 21? Well, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 7. We counted 7 times. So 7 times 3 is 21 perfectly, so no remainder. So 6.51 divided by 3 is 2.17. And don't forget to divide it by 100 because we haven't answered the question yet otherwise. And remember, dividing by 100 means we're moving the decimal point this way. Whoop, too far. So we move it twice this way. So we get 0.0217. Dividing decimal by another decimal. Well, remember equivalent fractions? It's going to help us today. Remember how we can multiply the number at the top and the bottom to get the same amount? For example, if we had a half, that's the same as 10 over 20. Because we can say 1 times 10 is 10, 2 times 10 is 20. So it's the same amount. So if we multiply the top and bottom by the same amount, we can divide the top and bottom by the same amount. So when we get a question like 3.01 over 0.07, which is the same as saying 3.01 divided by 0.07, just another way to write it. Instead of doing that and looking at it and getting confused, we can multiply both numbers by 100. So we multiply the top and the bottom by the same number, which we're allowed to do because they're equivalent fractions. So let's do that. So we multiply the top and bottom by 100 by moving the decimal point twice, and we get 301 over 7, or 301 divided by 7, which means instead of doing 3.01 divided by 0.07, which is so much scarier, we can do 301 divided by 7. So let's do that. 7 to 3 doesn't fit 0. Let's move to the next number. 7 into 30. How many 7s fit into 30? 7, 14, 21, 28. So 7 times 4 is 28. 30 take away 28 is 2. So we have a little 2 as a remainder. Then 7 times what is 21? 7, 14, 21. So 7 times 3 is 21. So 301 divided by 7 is 43. And because we multiplied both the dividend and the divisor, or the numerator and the denominator, by 100, it's the same answer as 3.01 divided by 0.07. Just like if you did 10 divided by 20 is 0.5, 1 divided by 2 is also 0.5. So we can do this. 10.52 divided by 0.9. So this time, do we multiply both numbers by 10 or by 100? We can just multiply by 10. And we get 105.2 divided by 9. We can do this. 9 into 10 goes once, remainder 1. And then 9 into 15 goes once again. 15 take away 9 is 6, so remainder 6. And we have a little dot there, don't forget the decimal point. And 9 times 1 is 62. 9 times 6 is 54. So 0.6. 6 times 9 is 54. 62 take away 54 is 8. And we must put a little 0 there because there's nothing there. So now we say 9 into 80 goes how many times? Well, 9 times 8 is 72. So we're going to write an 8. And then we go 80 take away 72 is 8. Boom, remainder 8 again, and get another 8 and do this forever. So we're going to stop there. So our answer is 11.68888 forever, or 11.69 if we want to stop at 2 decimal points. That's it. I hope you understood, and whenever you see 2 decimals, you can multiply both numbers by the same amount of tens or hundreds. And whenever you see the dividend, it goes under the division sign. The divisor goes to the left of the division sign, and your answer is called the quotient. Thanks for watching. See you next time.